Hey kids, believe it or not, it's another episode of the Tips Irishman. I know we're back. Believe it or not, I know it's been a while. We've got issues. Or it's not us personally, just the world.
It's the
world issues.
The 100-day cough, whatever this sickness is, it just won't go away. I've had it. Like I'm on like day 10 now.
He just doesn't want to do the show.
No, that's not it at all. I haven't even been drinking, dude, because I haven't been feeling good.
Blasphemy.
I picked up some amazing bottles last week, and they're all sitting around my house unopened.
That's when you get the best bottles, though. When you're not trying to drink.
I can't.
When you don't want to drink. When you want to take a break.
I got an awesome Four Roses barrel pick. We got a new Master's Keep. We got some really cool stuff, and I can't even crack them because I couldn't smell, and I didn't want to try to taste without my smell. So
full disclosure, this is a live show.
Outside.
Beautiful
out here.
So we have a party across the street, and we just had Amazon pull up, probably for my house, or their house, or this house, one of these three. But anyways, I'll digress. Great to see you. Happy you're feeling better. I'm on vacation.
Oh yeah, I got a 3-day weekend too. I'm off Monday.
I'm off till next Sunday.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Hello, how you doing? And because I can, and hopefully my place doesn't get burned down while I'm gone. And we've got some beautiful thing here, and he's going to tell us what it is.
This is the Old Forester, the new addition to the Whiskey Row series. So anybody here is familiar with the Old Forester Whiskey Row series. I think there's 6 bottles in that series now, and they range from 90 proof all the way up to the 1920, which is coming in right around 115 proof. So your Old Forester 1910s, your 1920s. I'm a big fan of the 1910. When the 19 came out, it's double oaked. And I believe it's right around 93-ish proof, and it's always available, and it's very sweet, and it's a really good Old Forester product. This is the oldest age-stated product from Old Forester. So this is 10-year age-stated. Birthday bourbon comes out, and the birthday bourbon is between 9 and 12, but it's never age-stated.
I'll tell you what I'm a fan of. I was okay with these, but I'm a fan now because I love the 100 proof.
The Black Label?
Just that one we have now. That's the new. It's like $26.99.
Yep, those are good.
Which is probably high for mine, but that's a good price. Little for the 100 proof, you knock it in. It's delicious. It's bold. It gives you a statement. It's beautiful. But that may be a lover of the brand.
Old Forester. So there's some interesting stuff in their lineup. I've had the King Ranch, which is like a Texas only release. Trying to get a bottle of that for the show. I haven't even got my hands on it yet, but just a couple samples, and it's good and it's a little different. But most of the Old Forester stuff
was
kind of falls
made in Texas. Though?
I don't know. God no. Jesus, no. It's Old Forester. Still
it's an inside joke, guys. You should don't know
Texas whiskey. But anytime that a major established distillery comes out with a new release, it's going to make waves. It doesn't really matter what it is. It could be bottom shelf stuff. With the Benchmark series and the way that they did the top floor and the Benchmark or the foolproof or whatever. Anyway.
It's a single foolproof
top
floor small batch.
But all of those made waves,
and they're all delicious
when they hit as well. So you're going to hear a ton about this. You're going to see a lot of whiskey tubers doing reviews on this because. Brand new release from Old Forester is just cool. And again, age stated 10 years is their oldest age stated bottle. It is a small batch.
So that's as far as they go, 10 years?
Yeah, on actual age statements. Like I said, some of the birthday bourbons are rumored to be up there on the 11, 12 year range, but they don't ever put it on the actual bottle. So 10-year age stated, really cool color. Same packaging. The Whiskey Row series
color.
Comes all in this exact same bottle, right? Just with different colors and different proofs and the different numbers across front. So your 1910s, your 1920s. The packaging itself is very distinct. Like Old Forester when you see it, you can see the giant Old Forester name.
I think it's
the front.
Old timey, like you would see in the 20s on the shelf.
Sure,
that's what I like about the label. I think the label's really catchy. Something you definitely want to have, hanging out in your bar.
It's recognizable. It's raised lettering, like feels good on the hand. But from an overall packaging standpoint, we talk a lot about packaging. This packaging isn't anything crazy to me.
What's nice too is like during the holidays, you get like the 375s. They come all in a little box set. From the box what do you call it? Costco's, Sam's Club.
Ooh. Decent pop. So these have hit Florida.
I love it.
Within the last week, these started hitting major retailers. Total Wine, I believe ABC had a few in the vault. Mine did not come from the state of Florida. If you're on the Old Forester email list, they shot out an email towards the end of January that this was being released at the distillery. You could buy it, but they would only ship to 4 states. Florida was not one of those states. I was lucky enough to have a friend who could get some bottles shipped to their home state and then turn around and ship them to us. So all in all, I think I'm into this bottle for around $148. I had to pay double shipping. All right, retail on it should be around $115. So that's going to be your retail. $10 a year for age-ish is about the going rate, depending on,
It sounds like when you're trying to get a car loan. It's this much for every $1,000.
Yeah, which, I mean, that's kind of a rule of thumb. So something to keep in mind here. Did we pay more than retail for this? Absolutely. Right, so we're into this for just under $150. That is absolutely going to skew the way I look at the bottle. It's something I take into consideration when I'm sampling the brand new bottle. Is it worth what I paid? Would I pay less? Would I pay more? So we are into this for right at $150.
Please don't pay more.
No, please don't pay more. And as you can see, it is open. I went and picked it up 2 weekends ago, right before I got sick. Picked it up from a buddy of mine.
I'm already excited.
The nose is definitely sweet. That Old Forester banana creme brulee note to me, which I love. I think it's great. I usually only get it out of.
Get some caramel.
I usually get that out of Old Forester single barrels, the Blue Label bourbons, but no ethanol. Right, I'm not getting any like. Take a big pull on it. It's 100 proof. All right, so it's nothing crazy.
Smell 100 proof.
Yeah, it's not crazy high proof or anything like that, but it's got a really great nose.
I gotta say too, this is good too. But also almost all the other Foresters that you can readily get. I love the coloring all.
Oh yeah, it's motor
just
oil, man.
amazing.
I mean, it's a 10-year, right? So it's ultra aged whiskey. It's cool. Looks really really great.
It's Castor.
But to me, that is just straight bananas Foster. I smell banana. I smell cream. I smell vanilla. I smell a little bit of caramel, maybe a little bit of brown
I'm gonna be
sugar.
completely honest with you. I've never eaten a Bananas Foster in my life.
Oh, bananas Foster's great. That's one of my favorite desserts, especially if they're going to do it like tableside. Sign me up. But the nose is great. All right, so I would rate this nose excellent. I love the way this smells. If you handed this to me, I would say my only hesitation here.
I've been drinking cheap, so this is amazing. Just now, like, ooh.
But the fact that there's no ethanol to me is like,
good.
Man, is it going to come
It's
in
not
low
burning
proof?
my eyes or nothing.
Is it going to come in super low proof? So we'll have to see. Cheers.
Wow, that's. Oh, I got banana right there. Just smacked right in the back of the tongue.
Yep. That's that Old Forester banana. That is quintessential Old Forester palate to me.
I feel like I just had a. Wow, that's my mouth just got super watery, and then I feel like that after you have a banana, that
kind of tacky feeling.
Wow,
it's drying. The drying to me comes from the the oak, so it is definitely oak forward.
That's delicious.
It's real. So my
first
sip of it,
look.
When I drank it the other weekend with my buddies, we just cracked it. I wasn't blown away by it. This sip though, that is delicious. That I like a whole lot.
Is it worth 100? Beep, 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 beep.
I wouldn't say 150. So spoiler alert into the video. I would not pay $150 again for this bottle. I think at MSRP though, around 115, if this is going to be regularly available, which it's meant to be, it's the Whiskey Row series. It is small batch. It's not single barrels. It's made in large quantities. It's meant to be out there with the rest of the Whiskey Row series. I think at 115, this is something I would absolutely keep around because I think this is a really good representation of the brand.
Yeah. I'm just thinking as I was there, like, what would Publix charge for it? 125 probably.
Super banana up front, fading into oak, drying oak. It's definitely that mouth-watering feeling you get. It's the oak just drying the heck out of your palate.
That's great. That's amazing.
Drinks right at that 100 proof.
You may not make it out of here with this bottle.
I think that 100 proof point is good for what it is.
Yeah.
I'd love to see this at cask. I'd love to see this at 120, 125. I think it would be phenomenal.
Well, I love everything at 125.
Yeah, so. I think that would be a phenomenal pour. I don't think the 100 proof does it any injustice. I don't think it draws away from it. I think it allows some of those flavors.
I would like to compare this to the other one that's the 100 proof that I was talking about for $26. Compare those two and say, well, what do you think?
Oh, the Black Label Old Forester? Yeah. I can't imagine it's going to be anywhere near as complex. This is very, very complex.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
The nose transfers to the palate, which I like. We talk about that sometimes, right? Where something smells completely different than it tastes.
Oh, yeah.
This tastes just like it smells. It's all right up there for you. Sweet oak, banana, kind of fruity, very drying.
God, if you get the smell while you're drinking, it would be great. Like that's good.
I gotta say,
the burn is great. It's just like it should be.
This is significantly better than when I first opened it. I don't remember liking it this much when I first opened it. That's why I generally go back to things
just
2 or 3 times.
It with me.
Oh yeah, it's company, right? It all has everything to do with who you're drinking with for sure. But I like that a lot. I do, and I hand up telling the truth. I've had some of those single barrel Old Foresters that are too hot. Like you get them at that 126, 127, 128 proof, and they drink too hot. You can't pull those complex flavor notes out of it. Where this, at that 100 proof point, you can taste all of it. Which is really, really cool. And like you said, you're like, oh damn, that's banana.
Oh, it went Right in the back of the tongue, like, that's banana.
Isn't that cool?
That's banana.
And so at that 100 proof point, you can kind of pull out some of those tasting notes, which I thoroughly enjoy. I would think this is going to do well in the space. I don't think Old Forester, I don't think the shelf available stuff is on anybody's top 10 list of any kind of bourbon, except maybe the 1920 is on a lot of people's top 10 list for barrel proof.
I keep it
for
stocked,
cask.
but I don't have a lot of it. But the one who wants it, I definitely do.
The 1920 ranks pretty high with people for affordable cask strength bottles because I think, like I said, it's around 115-ish proof and it's like
it's
$60. So, and it's readily available. And
I think it's 50. Yeah, $60. I think it's 58 before tax.
That one generally hits some lists. I think the 1910 hits a lot of lists for approachability and like first time drinker. You know, if you're new into the whiskey game, and you're double oaked and very sweet and approachable and low proof. But historically the Old Foresters that are really sought after are the birthday bourbons, which I've had and been severely disappointed in, and the single barrel bourbons.
That's never good.
And the single barrel bourbons and the single barrel rye. The single barrel rye are outrageous. They're out of this world. That's one of my favorite bottles in my collection is the Old Forester single barrel rye.
But you don't like rye.
Yeah, but I don't like rye. I think this is great. I think this is great for what it is. $115 MSRP might be a little high. Again,
I'm back to the same thing I say 100 times on every show we do. When we can get a 12-year for $90.
Well, think about other 10 years that are out there. Eagle Rare, your Russell's 10 years. The Widow
I like this better than the Jack 10 though.
I would have to do them side by side. That would be tough.
At the moment, I'll say that. I could be wrong.
I like that Jack 10 a lot. I'm a sucker for it, but I would have to do them side by side. But again, when you put it into that stratosphere of other 10-year small batch style bourbons, it's pretty pricey. But again,
that's a lot, man.
That's I think gone are the days of the $40, $50, $60 absolute banger bottles. Anything new that's coming out now is
Except for Heaven Hill.
Yeah, except for those Heaven Hills. Yeah, the 7-year bottles and bonds are great. But I think these new releases, this is gonna be the way forward. It's just the way the market went. It's the way the industry's going as a whole. It's more expensive to produce. The demand is there. These aren't sitting on shelves anywhere. Trust me. I see them on secondary. Not trading super high right now. I want to say around
this won't. If this shows up
220.
at my place, it won't even hit the shelf.
No, it'll disappear. I mean, like I said, haven't seen any here. I saw them in Total Wine.
It'll hit the shelf for 3 minutes.
The day they dropped here at Total Wine, they also dropped Jack 10s
and
Jack 12s at the same time. So people were going to Total Wine.
I might have a line on some of those.
And getting literally pictures of, here's my Jack 10, here's my Jack 12, here's my 1924. That's a great day. Congratulations.
That is a great day.
Yeah, you score. That's really, really cool.
Now stop spreading it out and making us mad about it. Stop, what is it? Stop gloating.
Yeah, right?
Move on, sir. Nothing to see here.
I would say this about that. I would not pay more than MSRP for it. I would not. I wouldn't knock over my grandmother to get to it either.
Do we know what MSRP is?
It's like right around 115.
It's going to be 125, I thought we said.
Probably. So just keep that in mind, right? When you see this drop in your local area, I think it's really, really good.
That's terrible now.
But I don't think it's worth, like I said, I don't think it's worth running people over in the street to get at. It's definitely not worth the secondary price. If you can find it at a bar and have a pour first, I would highly suggest it.
What's the secondary price?
Like 200, 220.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
But it's still, man, it's
I mean,
just too much.
It's not out of line. It is out of line, but it's not crazy.
It's out of line when you compare it to other bottles in that same price range. When you're talking Master's Keeps for MSRP around 200.
Well, that's night and day.
When they used to be, anyway. Yeah, so I just don't think it's a fair comparison. So great release from them. Hope it's shelf available. I hope it's something that you're gonna be able to walk in the store and find routinely, because I do think it is very, very good.
That would be awesome.
That would be great. It's a good representation of what the Old Forester line is, and it's awesome to see these distilleries putting time into ultra aging and doing new releases. I think that's really, really cool. Anytime a distillery is willing to do that, I'm willing to jump on and support.
Amen. And with that being said, my friends, you can find it and you're willing to pay for it. Don't overpay. But try it. You should have some friends by now. Maybe they got one you can try first.
Yeah, call around.
You can try before you buy. We always suggest that's a great idea.
Yeah, for sure.
So you don't know what dogs like I've got down here underneath us that we're doing something else later. And with that being said, I hope you guys had a great Valentine's Day. And we are doing some stuff, and we had a good time, and he's feeling better. And
it's good to feel better. I'm finally starting to feel like myself.
And I'm pretending like I don't care that I'm at work, because I'm not. So, until next time, my friends, have one for us, because we're about to have another one for you and us. And we'll see you on the next one.